such an interesting time of year because I think people are searching and excited for that joy. And yet at the same time, it's getting darker, the days are longer. Student athletes have now been in school for, almost 3 months. So the monotony and regularity of that day to day can start to feel kind of heavy. Um, I think with this, it's really important to practice some stress management strategies. I like to look at integrating stress management or any sort of self-care tools from this idea of habit stacking, right? So for these student athletes, it's really important to recognize they are busy, right? When I was a kid, I was busy, and I feel like since then, schedules have only gotten more full and more kind of like I am eating my snack and changing into my uniform in the car as I go to practice, maybe doing some homework because I have my laptop with me. They're on the go all the time. And building habit takes time. It's not easy to essentially initiate new behavior and maintain that behavior. So when athletes can start to integrate small moments of stress management or self-care built off of pre-existing habits, that can be really helpful. It kind of provides them with this structure like, okay, every time at night when I brush my teeth, finish brushing my teeth, I'm going to practice 1 minute of deep breathing, right? Because that toothbrushing happens every night, ideally, for parents out there, right? So when they do that, then right away that triggers them to say, oh, right, and now I do my deep breathing as well. So from a tools and strategy standpoint, I already said it, the deep breathing can be really, really impactful. I like to work with athletes on 3-3-6 breathing, where they breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and exhale for 6. The purpose of that breathing is really to help athletes shift out of sympathetic nervous system response, where that arousal level kind of is climbing and climbing and climbing, helps put them into our rest or digest state, which can be really effective in moments of higher stakes, higher stress. So if they're practicing these things when, quote, it doesn't matter quite as much, they're much better able to harness the tool when they need it. That can be a great one. I like box breathing is something that people are often fairly familiar with. Practicing mindfulness. So the practice of being aware and observant of the present moment without judgment. I like to encourage my athletes to work on mindful walks when they're going from one class to the next. So maybe every morning, again, habit stack, after they leave homeroom, they choose a sense as they walk from one class to the next class. And if it's, I want to pay attention to what I hear, right? Really kind of tuning into that sense, maybe what I see or what I smell in the hallway. And then finally, I think a really big one that research has taken a significant look at is practicing gratitude, finding the goodness in their life, remembering to notice those things and savoring them, writing them down, sharing the experience with something else, thinking about how lucky you are in that moment to be experiencing something so great. Gratitude is huge, and especially around the holidays where things can kind of, the ball can start rolling and it can almost get away from us instead of staying present, traveling on top of the ball, right? Like it might be moving quickly, but if you can stay engaged in that present and be thankful for the things that are happening around, that can be a really powerful